Hi, this is Mai, and I am with Jed Jenkins Omar. Welcome.
Hi, how you doing?
And so you've written a book. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I've recently launched a book called Help with Anxiety, 150 tips in the book to help people cope and manage with their anxiety. Um, it just launched in May, May the 18th. So it's just been out over a month now. It's doing really, really well. It's gone to bestseller in mental diseases and disorders category on Amazon UK, which is amazing. Lots of people buying it, getting some great feedback, lots of positive reviews. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased so far.
That's really exciting. Now you have sort of a personal connection to this that led to the writing of your book.
Yeah, so the reason I wanted to write it is because I've suffered with anxiety, panic attacks, different types of anxiety, health anxiety, bit of PTSD, and panic over the years, and I wanted to really put down all the strategies and coping mechanisms that I've come across and I've used and I implement still to this day, to try and help other people who might be struggling, because it's a really horrible place to be, and there's a lot of people out there who are struggling. Some who are vocal about it, but some who are just in the house and they're at night and they're feeling awful and they don't know what to do. I wanted to create a resource that which I was given to me at the start of my journey with it when I was a teenager. 34 now, so it's been a long, long time. Um, and just make it really accessible for people. I wanted to write something where the tips were quite straightforward, because there's a lot of self-help books out there and there's a lot of great resources, but some of them do get a bit heavy, get a bit technical, get a bit scientific. So I wanted to keep all that, but deliver it in a way that was kind of bite-sized and
Hmm.
manageable. So hopefully that's what I've achieved with the book. And like I said, it's getting positive feedback so far.
Can you tell us about one or two of the tips that are in the book?
Yeah, so if we just go off kind of the start of the book and some of the key things really, but these are what people might know anyway before it gets into more kind of how to manage their thought processes and distraction techniques. But you've got the really, we think it's simple stuff, but it's something that I didn't do for a long time, is talking to someone. So actually talk to someone about how you feel. Don't be afraid of talking to people. You're not strange, you're not weird. There'll be other people experiencing it like you, and breaking down those barriers. And it's particularly difficult for men, I think, because women tend to talk to each other about how they're feeling, but it's not something traditionally that men have done. I think we're getting better at it, but I still think there's a lot of barriers there that we can break down. So yeah, to talk to someone, whether it's your partner, your friends, doesn't necessarily have to be a therapist. It can be a therapist, but just speak to someone, and chances are that the people that you speak to have also experienced similar feelings to you. So in sharing that, you find out that you're not alone, which is key. A big thing that I'm key on, which suits me, it might not suit other people. It really does have a lot of benefit, is exercise and getting that regular exercise in, whether that's individually, it's a run, weightlifting, or whether that's team sport, or whether that's through yoga or something like that. The benefits that can do for your body, and how it raises your serotonin levels and your endorphins and things. It shouldn't be underestimated where anxiety is concerned. And then there's breathing techniques. There's a number of breathing techniques you can do. I like to do one called box breathing, which is, or 4x4 breathing. So it's an in through the nose for 4 seconds. So it's like,
I'll try it.
yeah, and then hold it in for 4 seconds quite deeply. And then obviously once you've held it in for 4 seconds, you release it for 4 seconds. So I tend to do that. So when I go to bed at night, as soon as I lie down in bed, I'll go on my phone, which, if you, I can sleep well, but if you can't sleep well, you shouldn't go on your phone when you're in bed. It's got blue screen on, which can stimulate your mind and things
Hmm.
like that. So you want to avoid that. But if you can get a good night's sleep, then that's fine. But yeah, as soon as I turn off, I lie down, I'll do box breathing for, like, I don't know, I'll do it a few times, and it just really relaxes my body then. So there's another tip. There's different in the book. There's different breathing techniques and stuff like that. But another guy who I'm quite interested in at the minute is called Wim Hof. So I don't
Hmm.
know if you ever heard of him. So he talks about he's got a breathing method which I tend to practice as well, which is really good. And he talks about cold water therapy as well, so
Mhm.
having a cold shower every day.
I've heard about that. I don't know if I'm up for it.
Yeah. So at first it's not great, but you kind of get used to it, and you can feel good. But these are kind of well-being techniques. The breathing technique can manage it, but with anxiety also you need to learn to manage your thought processes. So having a cold shower isn't gonna, help you manage, your spiraling thoughts and your obsessive thoughts, but
Might
it
pause
might
you for a
help you.
second.
Yeah, it might help you to improve your well-being, but you need to learn how to manage your thought processes. It's really important.
Um, Last week was Men's Mental Health Week.
Hmm.
You spoke already about a little bit of the barriers. What should we all be doing to help make sure that men have those spaces and have the sort of feel like they know that they're going to be understood and respected when they
Yeah,
come to speak about these things?
yeah. So there's a lot of great organisations and charities and stuff that are doing some brilliant work around, kind of men's health, and but it's just about getting, a lot of them might not have the funding necessarily to get their messages out, as much as we would like. But I think things like, hopefully me writing this book, other men, which I know already, there's other men who have reached out to me and said, just that's great that you're doing that. And obviously other men speaking out who are going through difficulties. And yeah, I mean, we just need to speak more. Just need to speak more. I'm a normal lad. I used to live in Ibiza. I like to go out and party. I like my music. Um, I've got a young family, so I'm just a normal, everyday kind of guy. Obviously, speaking about mental health, and I think if more men do, and more men are, then that can only be positive, really.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today. Tell us the name of your book again.
So it's Help with Anxiety. It's available on Amazon. There's a paperback and an ebook, and there's an audio book coming out at the start of July. So yeah, you can get it on there.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on.